Economic Development, I beg to lay the proposal to borrow euro 183,309, 947.16 from Standard Chartered Bank and Uganda shillings 120 billion 395 249 259 from the domestic market, 6 months treasury bill for financing the strategic towns water supply and sanitation project, phase 2. I beg to lay.
The proposal is referred to the Committee on National Economy for consideration and reporting back to the House as stipulated in our rules of procedure.
Item 3.3, the proposal to borrow up to United States dollars 20 million from the Arab Bank for Economic Development of Africa, BADEA, to finance the rehabilitation, expansion, and equipping of Bujiri General Hospital.
Honourable Minister.
Right Honourable Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, I beg to lay on table the proposal to borrow up to 20 million United States dollars from the Arab Bank for Economic Development of Africa, BADEA, to finance the rehabilitation, expansion, and equipping of Bujiri General Hospital. I beg to lay.
Thank you. The proposal is referred to the Committee on National Economy for consideration and reporting back to the House in line with our rules of procedure.
Item 3.4, tax expenditure report for the period July 2024 to June 2025, financial year 2024/2025.
Honourable Minister.
Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, I beg to lay on table the tax expenditure report for the period July 2024 to June 2025 for the financial year 2024-2025. I beg to lay. It's signed by the Minister of Finance. I beg to lay.
Thank you. The tax expenditure report is referred to the Committee on Finance, Planning and Economic Development for consideration and reporting back.
Right, Honourable, can we please see the report late?
Honourable colleague, that's not how they get a microphone in this House. You don't somersault towards the microphone and start submitting. Okay? Thank you. No, Honourable, you know when you dive on a microphone, me and you, business for the day is done. Thank you. Yes, next item.
Item number 4 on the order paper, motion for approval of the request by Kampala Capital City Authority to lease specific land parcel.
Thank you, Honourable Minister for KCCA.
Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members of this House, recently the House considered a motion to approve these plots of land which are supposed to be formalized and leased to foreign people, and Parliament asked me to furnish more details. Particularly, two requirements were: one, the valuation reports from Chief Government Valuer, and the clearance from the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. So, Right Honourable Speaker and members, allow me to lay the evaluation report and the clearance from Minister of Land and Ministry of Finance and Economic Development.
Thank you. Yes, procedure, Honorable Sarah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I do appreciate the Minister for bringing what he has presented on the floor, evaluation report. But Right Honorable Speaker, I recall that this House considered a report from the committee regarding some land which KCCA or came from the executive director indicating that they wanted to dispose of this property. And I recall seeing a letter circulating from the speaker, who is the head of the council, saying that the council had not discussed the disposal of these items. I hope, Right Honorable Speaker, that we shall not have challenges. So, Right Honorable Speaker, would it not be right that equally a resolution of the council be presented to this House so that this House is not taken for granted, Right Honorable Speaker? Because if the executive plans to dispose of anything, the council must receive those proposals from the executive. And after the resolution of the council, this is my understanding, after council resolution, then the minister would bring the items here to this House as mandated by law. But it seems we are jumping a process, and I don't want this House to be used, Right Honorable Speaker, by people who have their own interests. So would it not be procedural right for the minister to also lay on table a resolution by the Kampala City Council regarding these properties? Thank you.
Thank you. Now, okay.
Right Honorable Speaker, it's important that we be neat as we do the work that we do legally and otherwise. We queried this matter and we still do. Honorable Speaker, I have a letter which I want to table. This is a letter from the Authority Council Speaker, who wrote to the Speaker of Parliament, copied yourself in, copied myself in, and a couple of other people. And the KCCA Authority Speaker was saying there is no council resolution mandating the Executive Director to go ahead and dispose of these properties. Council has got to first authorize by way of resolution, according to the KCCA land use management policy. That was not there the other time, and we are still querying those very ones. In fact, it is one of the issues we insisted the minister must bring before final okaying. And that has not been adhered to, not just for these ones, but even for the other ones that were passed. So we would want to see, because according to the Authority Speaker, there's no authority resolution. So it would be good that, as Honorable is saying, a resolution for each of those properties, including those that were passed, because those that were passed, we required that they be brought. So let me table this letter from the Authority Speaker saying there is no resolution as of this morning.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, the PFMA under section 34(6) only talks about Parliament passing a resolution. It doesn't refer to any policies of any institution. I mean, the law is very clear, okay, on it. And after it goes to the Solicitor General, because it's a contract, in case the Solicitor General, because even loans which you approve here, after they go to the Solicitor General, where you find any issue, where the Solicitor General finds any issue that a process has not been followed, where a certain law has not been followed, the Solicitor General is very clear. He writes back to the entity and he says, no, I don't consider. So, honorable colleagues, this is a matter, listen, this is a matter you discussed exhaustively, and in fact, in the resolution, I was checking today the answer, He said KCCA should expeditiously bring these two documents which the minister has brought. So with that, honorable colleagues, I now put the question that the motion for approval of the request by Kampala City Authority, please plots M69 and M70 at Irgogo and M731 at Old Kra Road be adopted. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary nay. The ayes have it. So I now direct the clerk to transmit a copy of the resolution to the responsible MDS for action. Now, honorable colleagues, there is something I want to tell you. If you go and you check your districts are even giving out land. It is only KCCA which has complied with this section of the law. And going through a rigorous process by the time Honorable Kasaija and team clear you, a very, very rigorous process. So, honorable colleagues, really I want to appreciate the leadership of KCCA for following the law. And I urge other districts and other local governments to follow suit. House adjourned, signed die.